Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the Ingrove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for February 9th, 2024. A couple of pre-orders to tell you guys about. One of them is kind of cool because it's the beginning of a new Audiophile series. But let's start with Analogue Productions. They announced the next UHUR that we didn't know about. That is John Coltrane's Ballads. I think they're doing 5,000 of these, and it comes out really soon. I'll probably have them by the end of the month. They're on the website now for pre-order. There is a Velvet Underground box set that was announced. They're only doing 1,970 the year the album came out, and that is the loaded album. It's called the Fully Loaded box set. It's essentially everything that was on the CD box set from 2015, I think it was. So you're pretty much getting everything from that on vinyl. So kind of cool. Okay, so kind of like they have the Acoustic Sound Series Verve titles. The Impulse, that kind of stuff, similar to a Tone Poet. They're doing a Bluesville series. It is the Acoustic Sounds Bluesville series. The first two titles have been announced. Skip James Today. That particular title is AAA, done from the master tape by Matt Luthans, who also works with Kevin Gray at Coherent. He's kind of like a protege of Kevin Gray. And they're doing John Lee Hooker's Burning Hell. But that one, there's no mention that it's AAA. I feel like that's going to be obviously, because they didn't specify it, that's probably cut from a digital source. But Skip James Today, AAA, Burning Hell, probably not. Both of those come out June 7th. On a side note, this is a little bit cheaper of a series. It looks like it's under 30 bucks. So I'm assuming a more traditional jacket, probably in the way is probably similar to the Contemporary series, which goes for the same amount of money. Okay, let's show you guys this week's stuff. Pretty solid. A new arrival week and a few restocks, but mostly new arrivals. I'll start with the CDs. I got a big restock from Japan on SACDs. We've got on SACD Supertramps, Breakfast in America, Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair. Let's see, these are all SACDs. These are SHM CDs. This is just an SACD. Fleetwood Mac's Rumors. Dire Straits' Brothers in Arms, and Eric Clapton's 461 Ocean Boulevard. Those are the standard SACDs. These are quite cool. I've showed these in the past. These are replica LP SACDs, but these are also SACD 2-channel and multi-channel mixes. Herbie Hancock's Headhunters. Again, you got quadraphonic on here. And standard stereo. Santana's Abraxas, again, same thing, quadraphonic and standard stereo. Make a separate spot. Santana and Buddy Miles Live. Canavassarai, same thing, quadraphonic and standard 2-channel, and this is kind of the cool one. This is Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Same thing, replica miniature LP. I'm just looking to see if this is quad, because it actually has the channel 4, which this was their multi-channel release, but this looks like it is just, oh no, this is. So this is, yeah, same thing. Not quad. It looks like it's giving you the straight multi-channel mix, not the original quad mix. But yeah, this is quite cool because of the amount of stuff it gives you. You've got a book, posters, all the I mean, I've showed this in the past, but I'll show you guys again because it's worth it's worth checking out. The amount of stuff they've given you. Maybe I even showed this last week. Replica tickets, little ticket size booklet, little miniature stickers, little tiny stickers. Little British sticker. You've got the booklet. You've got Japan-only posters. So that's a Japan-only poster. You've got the original posters. Some more Japanese-only literature. I mean, it's a cool little package. They really did a cool job. I even got one of these. When these came out the first time around, I busted one of these open on camera and showed you guys. Now I'm like, yep, it's coming home with me. That's awesome. Really cool and well done. let's look at some vinyl. New from Jackpot. Now, I actually did a video on this, but I'm not going to release it till sometime this weekend, talking about these next two titles. It's available for members of the channel. I do the $1.99 a month to where you get early access to all of my videos. And in this case, this is about a week's access because I filmed this and put it up yesterday. But, you know, I've been filming a lot of videos lately, and I don't want to do 2 videos a day, so I'm kind of spreading them out. And this one will come out later on in the week. But this is from Jackpot Records. This is Bill Evans and Jim Hall's Undercurrent. AAA cut from the original tape, or cut from original master tapes by Kevin Gray. I talk a little bit more about that wordsmithing in that video. Mel Brown's Chicken Fat. I very, very highly recommend this record. And not to elaborate, because I filmed a special video just about these two records. Check it out. Also, AAA, all analog, cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray. Pretty cool. Jackpot's been on a tear lately, doing some solid stuff. The Booker T and the MGs, if you haven't got any of those, I highly recommend it. But they got about 10 to 15 records right now in their catalog that are all analog, cut by Kevin Gray. All right, what is this? Hermes Hall from Westbound, the Essential Reissue series from Westbound. Restored and mastered with care. Let's see, among the most sought-after records of the modern soul era. Yeah, 1980 Westbound. You don't see a lot of stuff that late in the Westbound catalog. Not rolling through the door, anyways. From Music on Vinyl, we've got Cactus, One Way or Another. This is limited to 1,000 copies on gold color vinyl. On a side note, this week's new arrival, order, I only got half of the boxes. So if you look on the website, you'll probably see a lot of things are sold out, or I'm not showing you stuff this week that actually did come out. That's because the shipment just didn't get here, and it happens from time to time. A lot less now than it did 3 years ago, but it's still happening. If you go on the website and put a restock notification in, you can do an email or text. I recommend text. They work better. You'll get a text message as soon as it does come in, and then you can go on the website and buy it. Zara Larsson, Venus. Can't see, on red and black vinyl. This is Rufus Reid presents Kalen Cardello. This is the Michael Fremer produced record. I did a standalone video on this as well, released that a couple days ago. Really, really good. It's a fantastic sounding recording. It's really enjoyable musically. It's really good. I talk more on it in that other video. Okay, so a record that was $250, $300 once upon a time. That is Billy Joel's 52nd Street from Mobile Fidelity. I was fairly confident that these were out of print, and a lot of the Billy Joel records from Mobile Fidelity are still $200, $300. So the fact that this one just popped up, I would not recommend buying those used on the secondary market, because there is a good possibility that we see more Billy Joel records from Mobile Fidelity just mysteriously come back in print. But I do recommend getting this while you can. They really did a fantastic job with the Billy Joel stuff. There is an updated cover on this because it does have the DSD mastering chain on it. But yeah, quite cool. New from Mobile Fidelity, this is the super vinyl version of Bob Dylan's Good As I Been to You. This is on super vinyl, limited to 5,000. We're only doing 5,000 of these, then it is done. Let's see, a half-inch 30 IPS analog master to DSD 256. We've got from Mr. Bongo, Grupo Arquera, Sublime Afro-Cuban Jazz from 1976. Let's see, it looks pretty damn good. Hopefully I can stream this. Although every time I stream one of these, I just end up buying it anyways, because the stuff Mr. Bongo puts out, if you're into this type of music, it's pretty damn good. Dan Fogelberg from Friday Music, of course. Friday Music. This is Press That RTI. Looks like a color variation. Now you have to check the website because it has the alternate barcode on it. Nectar, A Spoonful of Time. This is on blue and yellow vinyl, limited edition, new and improved mix. Only 500 made. What are we talking about? The mix of the music or the vinyl mix? I don't know. Probably the music. I would hope so. Trophy Eyes, Chemical Miracle on pink vinyl. Maria Rita, Brasileria. This is also from Mr. Bongo. A record ahead of its time, Maria's 1988 pioneering album fuses new age electronics with indigenous vocals of Amazonian rhythms. A beautiful and unique recording. Interesting. All right. Is this Usher's new record? Let's see. This is Usher, Coming Home. This is the indie exclusive on Peach Sky Vinyl. So I guess Usher's doing the Super Bowl halftime show. I mean, Usher's okay, but the Super Bowl halftime show was like reserved for legends. Do you guys remember there was like that 10-year stretch where it was like the Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney, The Who, Prince, Tom Petty. I mean, it was like legends. It was iconic, greatest of all time caliber musicians. And now, you know, we got Usher this year. I mean, you know, what the hell? I don't know. This is an amazing album. I didn't even know this came out. And when I went and looked to see if I can reorder it, I can't. So this is looking like it's maybe a one and done. Pat Martino's Baina, a psychedelic excursion through the magical mysteries of the Quran. This is the first reissue in 30 years and the first time on colored vinyl. This is originally on Prestige, a record that goes for well over $100 if you find an original. I've only had this record come in the store a couple of times. Not an easy record to get. Really good, really good. Escape artist, Daniela Durock. So she is actually an artist that was at one point in time local to Phoenix. And I think she moved to Nashville. But she came back and actually dropped this record off specifically for us because she's doing an album release party this week here in Phoenix. But, you know, these musicians, they get famous. They got to leave us. And they go to California and they go to Nashville. But, yeah, there it is. Okay, these next couple are restocks. I finally got the Van Halen One Step back in stock. I finally got a restock of Cannonball Adderley's Something Else. Okay, we've got from Numero the American Analog set, New Drifters. This is a pretty hefty box set for under $100. That's kind of cool. This is on Gone to Earth split vinyl. Let's see. Lo-fi, low budget, and low key. Boy, they really, I mean, hype stickers are supposed to be short and sweet, not little books. But long story short, looks like it's remastered from the original analog tapes. It's a 5 LP box set, and it looks like an indie lo-fi group. That's all I can tell you without sitting here and reading that for 20 minutes. Okay, got a restock from Analogue Productions of Ray Charles. Fantastic record. These last three that came out were all killer. Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going, also extremely good. Dr. John, this record blew me away how good it was when it came out. It's got The Right Place, Wrong Time. Good banger on there. Really, really good. A record that blew me away, I didn't realize it could sound this good, and that is Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare. Really, really good. This series has really been killer. Got a restock of Otis Redding's The Dock of the Bay. This series has been so successful that I've actually, I think we're on the third or fourth month of these things coming out. And I have misordered 4 times in a row, meaning I haven't ordered enough. Because, you know, you get a feel for how the market is with audiophile recordings, tone poets, that type of thing, MoFi releases. These have been really, really good. They've been very successful. They've sold really well. So now I've really upped my orders to the moon to try to make sure that I don't keep running out. I've run out, I get them in a couple weeks, but other than a couple of Genesis titles, I think everything is back in stock. Maybe only the one Genesis title. The Stone Roses, Sally Cinnamon. Hopefully I have the next 3 too. You know, there's always a little bit of delay, but I think I'll have the next 3 relatively soon, next week or so, a week or two. The Last Dinner Party, Prelude to Ecstasy. I feel like I showed this last week. Joel Ross. This is on Blue Note. This is Joel Ross's New Blues. New Blues. Who's on this? Joe Ross. Jeremy Dutton on drums. Presenters. Let's see. Proudly presented by the Blue Note team, and they kind of list the guys from Blue Note. I'll have to give this a listen to. Always a record that sells really well when it comes back in print. And Music on Vinyl has been the one doing this for at least the last 5 years. Living Color. Vivid. Cult of Personality. The Doobie Brothers. This is from Friday Music. Mastered by Joe Raguseo from the Warner Records Tapes Friday Music Studios company. Danny Harrison. This is Inner Standing on neon yellow vinyl, 2 LP, gatefold sleeve, plus a 20-page booklet. Really well done looking cover. You know, it's kind of that silver foil with a spot gloss. From Music on Vinyl, they're doing a limited edition Elvis for LP fans only, limited to 2,500 copies on translucent blue colored vinyl. Continuing with the Tower of Power reissue campaign, this is In the Slot, limited to 1,500 copies on translucent yellow colored vinyl. Also from Music on Vinyl, we have Life in Mono, limited to 1,500 copies on gold vinyl. 2 LP set. Got a restock of Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. Fantastic sounding reissue from MoFi. Cyndi Lauper's She's So Unusual. And another Mobile Fidelity record that was out of print. And yeah, here it is. It was out of print and it was expensive, and now it's back. Now this is actually an Analogue Mobile Fidelity title. 1/4-inch 15 IPS Analog Master, Analog Console to lathe. So this is one of the all Analog Mobile Fidelity titles. I gotta say, I wouldn't be in the market for anything that they've done the last 10 or 15 years because they're putting some stuff. A good time to be a record buyer because they're putting some really desirable, long-awaited titles back into print, you know, that were going for a couple $100 on the secondary market. But not good if you're like a record investor, for instance, because, yeah, they're putting a lot of stuff back in print. So be careful if you're looking for any of their titles on the secondary market. Unless it's something like, they do certain things that are limited to a number. Those you're probably a lot safer with, for instance, One Steps, that kind of thing. Hombres G. They're doing it on a picture disc. Self-titled. We've got another Hombres G picture disc. La Cagasti, Burt Lancaster. Okay, what is this? This looks good. When I flipped it, I was like, okay. Black Truth Rhythm Band. Latayo, Love Excels All. This is on Soundway. This looks good. I'll tell you what, if I'm flipping through a dollar bin or the record racks at a record store one day and I stumble upon this, I'm going to get tingly because this just looks like a really good high dollar record. And it, a lot of times if it's a really high dollar record, it's because it's pretty good. You know, it just didn't get figured out till the second, you know, till later on. Alukulomo Adawada. That's probably pretty close. This is also from Soundway. Yeah. Let's see. Reissue. A Lost 12-inch Afrobeat from 1988. Recorded in Lagos. Backed by the Egypt 80 band. Featuring both Fela and Femi Kuti on side 2. All right. Yeah. That's probably pretty good. Franz Ferdinand on Domino. This is a 20th anniversary on black and orange swirl of vinyl. This is a record that finally got a reissue, it looks like. AC/DC's The Razor Edge. Man, I've had a difficult time keeping this. This is one of those difficult to find records that everybody wants. You know, right at, I think the original came out in 1990. So original of this particular record are quite difficult to get. Okay. Once again, I cannot keep this record in stock, and my distributor cannot keep this record in stock. This is T-Rex's Electric Warrior. This is all analog, cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray at Coherent. Very underpriced. It's a $25 record, but it's all analog, done by Rhino. Big, thick covers, just kind of like not the full-blown gloss. Crap, it actually might even be. I mean, this is pretty much a Rhino hi-fi record for 25 bucks. Highly recommend this. I have not been able to keep these in stock, but I once again have it in stock, and it'll be out of stock shortly. Use the restock notifications. They work really well. The minute I click receive in inventory, you get the text message. Depeche Mode's Violator. Some more all analog cuts from Kevin Gray from Jackpot Records. This is the Electric Prunes, cut from the original analog master tapes by Kevin Gray. I had Too Much to Dream last night. Really great tune. They also did the Electric Prunes Underground, same thing, cut from the original analog master tapes by Kevin Gray. I have not heard, I'm going to pick this first one up for myself. I really dig this album. I'm sure it just slays the original reprise issue of this, but I'm looking forward to that. Restock of, also all analog, cut from the master tape by Kevin Gray, The Meters Struttin'. The Meters, self-titled, with Sissy Struttin', Sophisticated Sissy. And The Meters, Look a Pot. Look a Pie, this record right here. Actually, I think this is probably their best record. Musically, I think this has always been my favorite. Although all Meters records are very difficult and hard to find, especially in like near mint condition. So these are like no-brainers. All right, check us out online at theingroove.com. Until next time.